Alright guys, so let's go down to the injury report and see who is going to be playing and who isn't. This is the final injury report. Laramie Tunsil will be he's questionable for Friday, but Adam Gase said he will be a game time decision. I would expect him to play. I think he will play, so I really wouldn't really worry about that. Brandon Albert was listed as doubtful. He will not play, obviously. I definitely, even though he's doubtful, I would highly doubt him playing, obviously, with the wrist injury. Mike Pouncey will miss his second consecutive game with a hip injury. Xavier Howard is also listed as doubtful, but he's actually practicing. He had his full week of practice in almost 2 months, which is crazy. But he's not going to play this game, and even if he did, he wouldn't play a lot of snaps. But I would definitely not count on him playing. And that's basically those are some big names. We haven't had them, most of them. I mean, obviously we had Albert and Pouncey for this 5-game win streak, but Howard we did not have. So big hits there. Obviously those are some big names, but I think we'll be fine without them. And for the 49ers, there's nobody who, other than, Navarro Bowman, who they have lost for the rest of the year, there's nobody really that they have out that's notable, and they have literally nobody out that I can see here. So let's move on to the stats. Let's start with, I don't know, what do we usually start? We'll start with the 49ers first. So points, they are 22nd in the NFL with 20 points a game. This is offensively. So this is not defensive stats, but this is offensive stats. 309 yards game, they are 30th. So they are 2 removed from last place in the league in that, with 309 yards. Pass yards, they are second to last in the NFL, 31st, with 189 yards a game. And rushing, they're actually 5th in the NFL with 119. So, Carlos Hyde and those boys get it done in the run game. So, most of their yards come from the running game. Obviously, they're passing. They don't really have that all-around receiver on their team. So Byron Maxwell, they have a really good deep threat, Torrey Smith, but he's mainly a deep threat. So Byron Maxwell, again, does not have to go up against somebody who is world-renowned in terms of a superstar wide receiver this week, which is great. So let's go to our stats. We are 21st in points with 21 points a game. Yards, we have 329 with 20. We are 25th. Pass yards, we're 29th with 211. In rush yards, we are 8th with 118. Now, obviously, this pass performance against the Rams, where we were basically shut out the whole game in the last 5 minutes, that affected the stats a whole lot. Even running rush yards, which I think we were in the top 5, if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago. So, we got knocked down to 8 with 118. Obviously, pass yards, I feel like the Chargers game was a really good showing of what we do and we have to pass it. The Rams game was a good showing of that, especially in the last 5 minutes. But that I'm talking about strictly the last 5 minutes. So when we want to pass, we can. We have Devontae Parker is on a hot streak. Ryan Tannehill got a hot hand, and so does his DPE, which is great. That finally coming back healthy, which is huge, just big all around. That's so big to this game, and what we're gonna face here. So obviously we're coming back home, which is a good thing. 49ers are obviously, no disrespect to them, but one of the worst teams in the NFL. They are currently 1-9, if I'm not mistaken. I could have the record wrong, but I think that's what they are. Or I think they are. So that's not good. Colin Kaepernick, obviously, not the greatest quarterback in the world. Not a very good quarterback at all. Not a very good pocket passer. So their passing offense not very good. They're probably, their most productive receiver, that from what I have seen, from what I have watched them, was Jeremy Curley, the former New York Jet. But that's about it. Their offense is pretty bad. Obviously, they have a really good run game, but their offense is just in general pretty bad. So, great defenses, especially against Chip Kelly's system, I think have an easier time, because it is really all just making sure you have your right assignment. It's nothing like now if they had like amazing players, it would be more than that. It would be more than you have to worry about matchups and making sure you don't get beat. They have a good set of tight ends, pretty good set. Not like Gronk or anything, but pretty good set. Tight ends there. Chip Kelly's tight ends are obviously a big part of his offense. The play action game's a really big part of his offense. Obviously, he likes the up tempo type of offense. So the run game is very important to his offense. So if our defensive line, which is a whole lot better than that offensive line of the 49ers, can get going, not a whole lot better. Obviously, when you're 5th in rushing in the NFL, that's pretty dang good. But pass yards are not very good. So I think our run defense, you know what, we have one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. I don't care who we're going up against. I don't care if it's the Dallas Cowboys. We're definitely going to get at least a couple of sacks or some holding calls here and there or pressures or quarterback hits. Our defensive line is extremely talented. So I like our matchup there. In terms of secondary, other than stupid things, if we do stupid things, I am 100% confident in our secondary. Our safety play has got to come up big in this game, especially on play action, and obviously coming up in the run game, that's going to be huge. Being smart, Issa Abdul-Quddus, I have no worries at all. He's kind of become the Rashard Jones of this defense, making huge tackles, coming up and just laying people out, making plays in the passing game. He's definitely taken that role. He's done pretty good. Michael Thomas, lining up, free safety a lot. Sometimes he's the only one back there, and it shows. When Todd Gurley scored that touchdown, it was him. It was the only thing between him and the end zone was Michael Thomas, which Michael Thomas is not athletically gifted enough, to stop some of those great players. But the only thing I would really worry about is people getting to the second level and our ability to stop them. And even then, I'm really not so concerned about it, because it's not like Michael Thomas is stupid. He just physically gets beat. He's not like an idiot who's like, oh, I missed my assignment here. The guy's wide open over the top. So I'm not extremely worried about that. So that's basically it for defense. I think if we can shut down that run game, then we can shut down the 49ers offense. If we can force them to pass more than they run, and take that part and make them one-dimensional, that's a pretty dang good day. It's a pretty dang good day. So I think our defense just has to be our defense, basically. Play our game, get you in third down. We're the best team in the NFL in third down defense, and get after the quarterback. And that's what our defense does really well. Probably the best, obviously the best. When we get you third down, we're coming after you. And there's nobody like it in the NFL when our defense gets you in third down. So if we get them in down a distance, then they play right into our hands. I think we'll have a good day on defense. Well, obviously just individually players. Neville Hewitt's been coming up big. He's definitely going to be a future starter in the league. Solid starter. Really good in pass defense, man. Great coverage linebacker. Not so much in the run game. Same thing with Kiko. Not the greatest in the run game, but an amazing coverage linebacker. It has a lot to do with us being so good on third down in terms of defense, which is a good thing going up against Chip Kelly, who likes to give it, passes to their tight ends a lot. I think that's a good thing. That we have, two really good. Kiko's one of the best, and Neville Hewitt's really good in pass coverage. And you know what? Neville's really worked on coming up and making big tackles, so I'm not really worried about that. And obviously, got Andre Branch, Cam Wake having a great year. Sue probably having one of his best seasons of his career, which is saying a lot. He's a future Hall of Famer, so just a lot of good. Our defense is so good and so talented, with a lot of great young players. Tony Lippett playing really well, Byron Maxwell playing pretty solid. So I like our matchups on defense, and we have a really, really fun defense to watch this year. Really talented. We're just amazing. Obviously, Vance Joseph, great. Can call the game. He can call it with the best of them. I don't care if you're talking about anybody in the NFL. He's just as good. Like he's such a good play caller, and situational. He can't be perfect all the time, but he's just perfect. You don't get any better than Vance Joseph. So the defensive unit I'm so confident. Now the offensive side of the football, I don't know if the stats right, but I'm pretty sure the 49ers have the league's worst. The rank, they are worst in the NFL on run defense, which, that's pretty. Obviously we're gonna be missing BA and Mike, but Laramie's coming back. So Anthony Steen is no slouch. He's a really solid NFL player. But, Craig Ubrick, a really good run blocker, not so much against the pass. So I love our matchup there. I think we can... when this offense gets short third downs or second downs and it's picking up 10 yards off in the running game, I mean, that's... We haven't had that against... We didn't have that against the Chargers or Rams, but when we do have that, and we're not one-dimensional, this offense is literally unstoppable. I don't care what kind of... If you give us that kind of... If you give us, I'm trying to say here, if you, let us have the run game, nobody can stop us in the NFL. It's just, Adam Gase is a great play action. He's got, Adam Gase is a great play action play caller. Ryan Tannehill, a great play action quarterback, especially on bootlegs in the run. It's virtually, seriously, got a lot of stuff when we can run the ball. So I absolutely love our matchup there in the run game. I love that. If I have the stat right there, the league's worst run defense, which is awesome. Obviously, they're missing Navarro Bowman. By far their best player on that whole football team. Navarro Bowman is a special player, so they're missing him for the whole season. So that's it's pretty, I love our matchup there. I love our matchup in the passing game. I feel like Devontae Parker can run routes against the best of them. I feel like he can, out-jump anybody. So Devontae Parker healthy is a straight beast. Obviously Jarvis, we're trying to get him healthy. And Kenny's made some bad plays. He's had some drops this year, and not just the one against Seattle. He's had some other ones. He had one against the Rams that was pretty big. I think a lot of us Dolphins would probably be talking about if we lost that game. But other than that, Kenny's had a pretty dang good season. So I love our three-headed monster in the pass game. Love our run game. Love our run game against this defense. Obviously, we have a red-hot quarterback in Ryan Tannehill. As long as he doesn't turn the ball over, make stupid mistakes like in Cleveland where he threw a pick six, threw a pick against Jamar Taylor, where we don't have to overcome such stupid things, you know what I mean? Then I think we'll be totally fine. Ryan Tannehill been playing out of his mind. He's proved, I think, he still has a lot of season to go, but, he's proved over this course of this year that he's clutch. He's been he's probably had his best year so far. And statistically, not in terms of touchdowns and interceptions, not really, but everything else on point. In my opinion, this is my opinion, he's hotter than any, he's top 10 quarterback in my opinion. So I think we have a hot quarterback. We have a red-hot quarterback. We have J.J., who's a beast. We have this offensive line, who I think is still pretty stout, even without B.A. and Mike, because I like Anthony Steen. I don't think that's too much of a drop-off. It's a drop-off, but it's not like, we're not getting Dallas Thomas or anything. He's a quality NFL starter. So I like our matchup in the ground game. As long as we don't do stupid things, I know a lot of people are worried that we'll play down to the competition. I really wouldn't worry, especially with Vance Joseph and Clyde and Adam and Darren. Those guys want to win more than anybody. They'll have the players ready in terms of that. And this team is totally different than any other any other Dolphins team in the last how many ever years. They want to win just as much as Adam does, because it rubs off on the players how the way Adam carries himself, the will to win. It's very contagious, and I would not worry about that. I think this team's going to come out and treat this like it's a Super Bowl. So I really wouldn't worry about that too much. The only thing I would worry about is just mental mistakes. In terms of penalties, whether that be penalties, picks, fumbles, drops, anything like that. That would be the only thing standing on our way from a win. We just have to execute, just like in any other NFL game. You have to execute and not turn the ball over. And I think we're a really good football team this year. And definitely just personality-wise, this team is different. Like I said, Adams totally changed the culture. So, and he always has a great game plan. So I'm not too worried about it. Anything really. But I'm always, or you know what I mean. I'm not. I say this every week. I don't care who we're playing. I like our matchup. And any NFL game's hard to win. But I like our matchups this week. I love the fact that we're going against the worst run defense in the NFL. That's awesome. Seeing Jay hopefully get back to being Jay, which Jay had a good game against San Diego, but he had no chance against the Rams, and neither did our offensive line or quarterback. So it's gonna be good to see our offense get to spread its wings a little bit. And one thing to know, and this is the best thing this is the silver lining to this football team. You don't get worse as the season goes on. You know what I mean? You can only get better because you start, especially in a new offense and everything else like that. Your team gets it starts to know the offense, so you get so comfortable with the offense where instead of thinking before you do, like, oh, what am I supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, you're just doing it. Like, you're just, like, instead of stumbling while you walk, I don't know how to explain it, it just becomes natural to you is what I mean. The offense starts to become natural to you. So it's the great thing about when you're sitting 6-4 and you just get better, and that's the best. I mean, it's such a it's just a blessing that we're 6-4, with basically 1 month to go in the season, and it's just I cannot be more happier. Hopefully, you can keep this up, and I have no doubt that we will. This team is amazing. We're blessed to have it. I'm blessed to watch this team every Sunday. It's been so. If any fans deserve it as much as we do, it's us. So it's just great to have it finally. Finally have a coach, to finally have a team. Just great. So enough of me rambling on. I like our matchups. I love our Jarvis hopefully coming back healthy. Kenny, like I just ran through this. I love our Deion Sims, one of the most underrated players in the NFL. Man, he's such a great blocker. Such a great blocker. It's some of the blocks he makes is just outstanding. So yeah, man, I can't wait for Sunday. Cannot wait. And that's gonna be it, guys. I am Skaggs1383, and I will